Good morning, sir, and my fellow batchmates. Myself, Siya Jain from Vishwakarma University, Pune, in the Department of Commerce and Management. Today, I am going to present a presentation on the topic OOPS, Object Oriented Programming. Basically, in OOPS, Object Oriented Programming, there are mainly four pillars like polymorphism, classes and object, inheritance, and encapsulation. But I am focusing on inheritance and encapsulation. Now, let's show the context of this presentation. What is object oriented programming? Core object oriented programming concepts like inheritance, encapsulation, difference between inheritance and encapsulation, and now conclusion. Now I will show you the next slide of this presentation. Here is the definition of object-oriented programming, a programming based on the concept of object that contains data and methods. Purpose of object-oriented programming: to model real-world entities and relationship in software. Object-oriented programming key features are modularity, reusability, scalability, and maintainability. Object-oriented programming popular OOPS language examples are Java, C++, Python, C#, Ruby. Now we introduced what is OOP. Object-oriented programming or OOP is a way to create code where you bundle together data attributes and behavior methods into objects. Think of an object as a mini program with both a brain and memory. Then, core concept of OOP. The main idea behind OOP are encapsulation, controlling access to data, inheritance, sharing features between objects, polymorphism, using shared behavior in different ways, and abstraction, simplifying concept system. Now I will tell you the definition of inheritance. Inheritance is like inheriting trait from your parents, just like a child may inherit eye color from a parent. In programming, one class can inherit properties and behavior from another. This helps avoid repeating code. Now, why it's useful? Inheritance lets us reuse exciting code instead of writing the same thing over and over. It also makes code easier to understand by organizing classes in an original structure like a family. Now I will explain you the code example for inheritance. Hashtag base class, class animal, define sound self, return some sound. Hashtag derived class, class dog, in bracket animal, define sound self, return bark. Hashtag creating an object of dog class, dog equal dog in bracket, print in bracket dog dot sound, hashtag output equals to bark. Now start with the definition of encapsulation. Encapsulation is all about keeping data safe by controlling access. Imagine a safe deposit box with a pin. Only people with the right code can access the valuable insights. In programming, encapsulation let us create private data inside a class so it's not accidentally changed from the outside. Then, why it's useful? Encapsulation helps protect our data and make sure that it's only changed in safe, controlled ways. This keeps our code cleaner and less error prone. Code example for encapsulation: class bank account default in self balance equals to 0, self balance equals to balance, hashtag private attribute, deposit self amount. If amount is greater than 0, then self balance plus equals to amount. Withdraw self amount. If 0 is smaller than amount, then smaller equals to self balance. Self balance minus equals to amount. Get balance self, return self balance. Hashtag usage amount equals to bank account in bracket. Let's start the key difference between inheritance and encapsulation. Except inheritance. In purpose, inheritance, reuse and share properties from one class to another. In encapsulation, the purpose is protect data and hides implementation. Inheritance relationships are set up a family or is a relationship. Example, a dog is an animal. In encapsulation, the relationship is focuses on keeping data private to its class, and in inheritance focus establish connections between classes, and in encapsulations ensure data is safe and used correctly. Why are inheritance and encapsulation useful? Benefits of inheritance: save times by letting us reuse code instead of rewriting it. Next one, organized code in a natural hierarchy, making it easier to understand. Reduce repetitions, which reduce errors. Then, benefits of encapsulation: keep data secure and safe from outside interference. Ensure only certain method can access or change data. Help us manage complexity by hiding unnecessary details. Now in the last I will explain you the conclusion for encapsulation and inheritance in object-oriented programming. Encapsulation ensure that an object internal state is protected from unauthorized access by hiding the implementation detail and exposing only unnecessary methods. We can control how the data is accessed and modified, making our code safer and more reliable. This leads to better data security and a more organized modular system. Inheritance. Inheritance allows us to build open exciting code by creating relationship between classes. It enables code reuse, reduce, and allows us to extend functionality without having to rewrite everything. By creating a hierarchy of classes, inheritance makes it easier to maintain and scale applications. Thank you guys for watching my presentation on the topic object oriented programming in based of inheritance and encapsulation. Thank